Hello Virgo, welcome to this reading and a very happy birthday to you, a very happy Virgo season to you. Hope things are going well. We're going to be taking a look at the current energy for the sign of Virgo for the month of September. Do keep in mind that this is a general reading, so take the messages as they resonate, drop the ones that do not, and also check out your sun, moon, and rising signs. Let's go and see what we have here for you, Virgo. Now I'm using the Golden Art Nouveau Tarot, the classic Rider-Waite Tarot, as well as the Kipper Oracle deck. There are links to all of these decks in the description below if you'd like to pick them up for yourself. All right. Let's go ahead and make sure we're all set up and in view here, and then we'll get right into it. All right. That's looking just about good enough to me for right now. We'll go ahead and take 3 of these Kipper cards to clarify as we go along. And all right. Energy on the bottom. You have the 4 of Wands. So 4 of Wands is a really nice card that can indicate marriage, celebrations, ceremonies, and really good times in life. You can see the family here. They're in the marriage ceremony. They're getting married, and the friends and family are around them. Interestingly enough, I know a Virgo who is getting married this month, and so bit of a coincidence, I'm sure. Obviously, not all Virgos will be getting married, but well, there's like a marriage ceremony going on for this person this month. But anyway, hello if you're watching. I'm sure you're not watching, but hello if you are. But anyway, not to go off on a tangent here. You know, some of you could be just enjoying times with friends, family, and enjoying good energy this month here. The 4 of Wands can also simply talk about your foundations and achievements in life, and kind of your footing in the world as well. And so it's altogether a very good card. And again, this can represent a new start, because when you think about getting married, it is a new start with another person. You are moving into a new, you are having a new start, or you are getting a sort of you're moving into a new phase of your life. And that can also be certainly brought forward with the 4 of Wands. So it's a really altogether positive card to find here on the bottom of the deck. Let's go ahead and let's get some additional messages here. So in the overall situation, you do have the Chariot card, and the Chariot is all about kind of overcoming some type of difficult situation or overcoming some type of obstacle. This person is charging forward to victory. They're charging forward to success, and they're leaving the old place behind them. You can see that there's like a city in the background. Again, there might be this message of something new entering into your life, but the big kind of situation here is that this isn't just randomly new. Whatever situation that is new that is coming into your life is because you've taken action. That's the major thing here with the Chariot card. It's about getting something new by taking action, or moving somewhere new. Like in this case, this person's in their Chariot and they're moving somewhere new, and that represents them taking action towards something. And the Chariot can also represent this idea of as above, so below. So as you take appropriate action on situations in your life, you are rewarded, right? And it's all about that type of energy. So another very nice card of victories here. Some of you absolutely getting a new start in your life. Let's see what area this might be around. So at the beginning of the month, you have the Page of Pentacles, you have the 9 of Pentacles, and you also have the 8 of Cups here. So for many of you, this will be around the areas of maybe material, finance, money, and of course we do see Wands cards as well. We have this 4 of Wands. So Wands is about work, career, and enterprise, and of course money and work go hand in hand. There are separate areas they can kind of be separated in some way, but you know, they're very closely linked, right? Work and money. So it could be in those areas here for some of you. Obviously, some of you could be, you know, also enjoying a celebration, a wedding celebration, or maybe even literally getting married. But yeah, I think for many of you, this is probably around the financial areas of your life or the material areas of life. So you have this Page of Pentacles. This can be all about getting some type of new offer or new opportunity in your material life. The Page of Pentacles generally says that in your life, prospects are looking good. Prospects are looking good, and things are looking up. And, you know, especially when you get something like the Chariot, it can say this prospect is derived from your effort, your energy, your hard work, what you are kind of bringing to the world, and the value that you are kind of having and bringing into the world. So you definitely love to see that. And then you have another card that you love to see, which is the Nine of Pentacles here. And the Nine of Pentacles is all about financial independence. You can see that this person has one hand on their money, and they also have one hand on their animal friend. And for me, that indicates this idea that health is wealth. And you may be thinking, well, how does an animal tie into health? Well, many people get emotional support and emotional health and emotional help from having a pet or having an animal. Many people love their animals, right? They love their dog, their cat, whatever the case may be. And the idea here is that life is not all about money. In fact, if you compare this card, which you don't have the Four of Pentacles, but if you compare this card to the Four of Pentacles, the Four of Pentacles person, they are grabbing, like they have both hands on their money, indicating that they are consumed by money. This person, the Nine of Pentacles person, they figured it out. Okay, they figured it out. They figured out that life is not all about money. There are other things in life, right? Your physical health, your mental health, your emotional well-being. You know, surrounding yourself with people who support you, maybe friends, maybe family. All of those sorts of things tie into this Nine of Pentacles. But more importantly, not only that, also giving yourself balance to be an independent person. The Nine of Pentacles is all about independence. And so, you know, for some of you, you know, if we're just putting this together, it may mean that you get an offer here that leads to making financial independence a little bit easier for yourself. I would not be surprised to see that, you know, come forward for you. Let's go ahead and let's also take a look at this other card, which is the Eight of Cups, and that is also about walking away from disappointing situations. So I love the Eight of Cups because it's a card of empowerment. Obviously, nobody wants to be in a disappointing situation, but the reality is that some people do choose to stay in that situation, but not for the Eight of Cups person. For this person, they are moving on to something better. In fact, the Eight of Cups person is walking towards their dreams. They're walking towards the Nine of Cups, which is all about the dreams, wishes, and visions that somebody has for their life. So altogether, something really nice here showing up in the beginning of the month. Now in the middle of the month here, you have the Five of Wands, you have the Chariot, and the Four of Cups. So I do need to point out we have 3 fours. Okay, so three that's a 3. 3 of the possible four cards. Okay, so fours are all about stability, structure, routine, security, and also this idea of protection and being protected. And so for some of you here, you have this Five of Wands card, which this can talk about a conflict that may be brewing in your life. You can see the people here on the card are sparring. However, there is this element of protection with the 3 fours, and just recognize that if you, the thing about the Five of Wands is as long as you are doing what you feel is right for you, and you know, you're not doing anything else, like there's no like shady business going on, or you're not trying to coerce somebody or anything like that. The Five of Wands says you will be victorious if you just do what you know is right for you, right? And kind of put yourself first. It's okay in life to be a little bit selfish. And sometimes we do have to, basically what I'm trying to say is, we can't be nice all of the time, right? We can't be nice all of the time. And that's kind of the energy that I'm getting here with this Five of Wands, where there may be something or someone that you need to say something to. And I think that that's why this Five of Wands is showing up. And with the presence of the Chariot here, I feel like some of you are very successfully doing that. I think some of you are very much and very successfully kind of driving towards where you want to go, driving towards your goal. And also this Four of Cups here is potentially about reflection. I actually don't love the Four of Cups card because it's typically about somebody who's maybe bored, and really their boredom is allowing them to, or is leading to them missing out on this opportunity here. You can see this alternative cup up in the upper left. That is the universe handing you an opportunity, but they're bored, so they're potentially missing out. But in a more positive way, the Four of Cups can say that you are maybe reflecting. So for some of you, you may be reflecting on the journey that you're taking, or reflecting on kind of all of the progress that you've been making. And I also think you're reflecting on where you want to go at this time, because there is this energy of you going somewhere. With the Eight of Cups walking away, the Chariot kind of charging away from the city and charging to where they want to go. There's this idea of you going somewhere. And this may be in your work life, this may be in your career life, especially as it relates to independence and financial independence. At the end of the month here, you have the Queen of Wands, you have the Two of Swords, and you have the Four of Swords. So the Four of Swords also, you could say, about reflection, rest, recovery, recuperation, prayer. You can see that they have their hand in a prayer stance, but they're really also healing. The major thing about the Four of Swords is it's a major card of healing from heartbreak. And the idea is, when we walk away, so you have this lower row here, Eight of Cups, Four of Swords. It's like some of you are maybe afraid of hurting somebody or afraid of letting go of somebody. But the thing is, sometimes, again, we have to make moves we have to do you moves. Like, we have to make you moves. And I think some of you are maybe just doing that at this time. And I think you're also allowing yourself to sort of feel what you feel about that situation and kind of let it run through you. And that's kind of what I'm getting here. This may be about like maybe you've been working at a place for a long time, and this is about you taking a new opportunity at a new organization. And yeah, it's a little sad that you have to walk away from where you've been for a long time, but this new opportunity provides you with a better chance to be kind of financially independent or create more independence in your life. You have this Two of Swords here, which is potentially being in a deadlocked situation or in a crossroads, like trying to find the way ahead, but having a hard time doing that because you have this blindfold energy on. You can see that this person's blindfolded. And so it's sort of like this idea of like trying to find the way forward. And really, it can also talk about communication situations as well, where you need to communicate clearly to somebody. I would not be surprised if some of you are looking for clarity of communication here with the Five of Wands and the Two of Swords. You have this Queen of Wands energy here. The Queen of Wands is all about confidence. It's all about, more importantly, attraction. And this person is not only physically attractive, but they're also attractive in other areas. Like, everybody wants to hire the Queen of Wands because they're fun, they're bold, they're assertive, they're witty, they're creative. Everybody wants to be around the Queen of Wands because of those situations as well. But that's only if they're being authentic. And so when you get the Queen of Wands, it's very important that you are authentic and you are being the most authentic version of yourself that you can be. Let's go ahead and let's see what these three Kipper cards are here to clarify. So you have official person, lovers, and main female. Yeah, so some of you, there's definitely something here around love that I think looks pretty good for you with the Four of Wands. I almost feel like some of you are walking away from somebody else in your life, or if you are walking away. And then I think there's also another set of you who are walking away from like a career, or you're like walking away from a place that you've worked, because you have this official person, which is my HR card, human resources card. And obviously when you leave a job and then you start a new job, you have to deal with human resources. And so I definitely feel like that could be on the table for some of you. Let's go ahead and let's take a look at the clarifications here. But if you're enjoying this video so far, please do hit that like button and subscribe, as it really does help my channel grow in a big way. So you have the Six of Pentacles, you have the Ace of Wands, and you also have the Nine of Pentacles. You have the Death card, you have the Empress, and you have the Knight of Pentacles. All right, so the Six of Pentacles here with the Death card showing up at the beginning here to clarify the beginning of the month. So the Six of Pentacles is really about this idea that as you give, you receive. It's this equal exchange or equal flow of energy within the universe. It's also this idea of inflow, outflow. There's flow going on in the Six of Pentacles. You can see that this person is giving money away, and that is outflow, right? But with the scale in their other hand, the idea is that the scale will begin to tip back in their favor In other words, there will be inflow coming back in as they create outflow, as they give. And so when you get the Six of Pentacles, it actually can, I've seen it come forward when you're in the running for a job, or particularly a job raise, because it can indicate inflow. But remember, in order to get a job raise, you have to give. Like, you have to give to a person, you have to give to an organization, and ultimately you have to give to yourself, right? The Death card represents a transformation. It's not about death and dying. It's a transformation that's happening in your life. This is a very good transformation because of all of the cards with it. In fact, all of these clarifications that you got here are very good. The Ace of Wands represents like the spark of life. It's getting excited. It's going in a new direction. It's a passionate new beginning. It's the best card you want to find if you're looking to physically start something. So this is a new job, a business, a side hustle, especially something like a side hustle or a business. But anything like that is well aspected for the Ace of Wands. And not only that, but you have it paired here with the Empress. The Empress is all about abundance. The Empress is the biggest card of abundance, and you can see the crops here in the foreground around the Empress. Crops represent harvests, and then you can see the flowing water in the background. You can see the greenery in the background. They also have this Venus symbol here carved into the stone. Venus is all about luxury, wealth, the finer things in life, beauty, romance. All of these things attribute to abundance in our lives. And the Empress is also able to nurture something into their life like a mother would nurture their children, because the Empress is the mother archetype. And so if you are looking to nurture a business idea, to get the Ace of Wands and the Empress says that could be a very good opportunity for you. I think for some of you, this might be more like job stuff, but I do think there's a subset of you as well here who are maybe entrepreneurial. You have the Nine of Pentacles as well as the Knight of Pentacles. That's results, okay? Results that create financial independence. Knight of Pentacles is all about results from hard work. And again, you have the Nine of Pentacles twice, which is all about financial independence. And so you're getting results that potentially lead to financial independence here. So this looks very good for Virgos for your birthday month. So thank you so much for being here. If you enjoyed this, hit that like button, subscribe. Really appreciate you, and I will see you in the next reading.